Okay, today's Wednesday. It is 2:27 a.m. It is June 24th. So when I look at a chart from what I've been taught, okay, what I've been taught, charts patterns move in a certain way, okay. So when I look at this chart, like the so NQ, when I look at the NQ, I can see where reversion occurs and what typically signals a reversal. Okay, and so when I see that, some of them are fake, some of them are fake outs. Okay, and so the more I look at it, the better I am able to recognize it. Right, that's why I look at it. So I was thinking today about how to make money from the market. Okay, so how do I make money from the market? Everybody makes money from the market. Okay, what I've noticed is that everybody makes money from the market. Everybody does. Okay, but quite a few people they lose money even though they make it. Okay, that's why they're not profitable. But people who make money, they're able to make money. Okay, and then they're able to not lose money and then make the money. So that's why they're able to make money. Okay, now I see the difference. So so Warren Buffett was given his allowance. I think it was his allowance. So it was like a nickel or something like that. And so he would go to the grocery store and buy a Coca-Cola, okay, for a nickel or two, and then he would sell along with delivering newspapers, and then he would accumulate money, and then he would buy securities. Apparently, he bought an oil company, oil some company, right? Gas station. So he bought some shares in a gas station, and so apparently he had to wait a long time, and then he turned profit, maybe $1 or two, and he sold it, right? So then he went to college and became a financier, and so he started to invest in the market. And so when he started to invest in the market, he had a lot of money, and so he had a house, and so then he had three kids. Okay, so those three kids, um, so he would give allowances to these kids, and then what he would do is he would put a slot machine within their viewing area. And so what these kids would do is they would use the slot machine to get the money out, right? But what these kids didn't know is that sure they got paid, but they would take all the money and put it into this slot machine, and then he would take the money out. Okay, and so what that demonstrate is this: it demonstrates that people make money and they lose money, but people who are profitable, they make money and then they keep their money. That's the difference. I've noticed that. I will be trading well just like the other people, the other professionals, but there will be a day where I would lose a bunch. That's the difference. They don't lose a bunch. That's the singularly most that's the difference between these professionals and myself, right? They don't lose. They make, but they don't lose, right? So that's what I noticed about the difference between professionals and myself.